Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell. Today's video I want to talk about why you can't rely on motivation. Now, I am going to be freestyling this video. I don't have notes up in front of me, but I think everybody can kind of relate to what I'm saying in a way. Have you ever wanted to start a business, work harder at work, or maybe get a new job, or go out and meet people, or anything? You want to fucking do something, okay? We all have that initial motivation, that excitement that we get to want and do something. So if you bought a new video game, you had the motivation, oh my god, I can't wait to play this. Or if you just started dating someone new, that stage of limerence where your dopamine is going to be spiked because it's all new, you're going to have motivation to want to go out and be with this person because it's new, it's exciting. That rush of dopamine that you're getting, that feel-good chemical, is what is going to give you the motivation to do something. And that is why I want to film this video, man. You can't fucking rely on that for the rest of your life. Otherwise, the things that you want to do, you're never going to do. You're going to learn, especially when it comes to starting a business, right? So I work for myself, especially when it comes to starting a business, you are going to learn that most of the time, if not all the times, the boring work is what makes you money. And I can tell you right now, when you've been doing that for 6-7 years at this point in time, you will not have the motivation to want to do it. You need the discipline to sit down and do it, okay? So that's what I want to talk about in this video. Let me give you a story to kind of reference what it is I'm trying to talk about, and that's going to be me going to the gym today. Dude, I had a fucking awesome time at the gym. And I don't mean working out wise. I mean going to the gym and getting my social fix in. So I'm somebody that loves talking to people. I have a need in my life that I need to talk to other people. Being social is what makes me feel better. So when I go to the gym and I talk to, in this case it's women because I love talking to women, that fix I get, I'm like, God, I feel fucking awesome. So at the gym today, when I was driving to the gym, I didn't wake up this morning and say you know what, man, I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to everybody at the gym. I'm feeling on top of the world. Today's going to be a great day. It normally doesn't happen like that. No matter how much caffeine that I try to put in my body, I've been consuming, 1,000 milligrams, close to that a day. So it's caffeine really just wakes me up at this point. That's about it. So when I go to the gym then, there's something I want to talk about that's okay. So whenever it comes time, let's say you go to the gym and you want to talk to somebody and you're kind of I kind of want to stay by myself. I want to work out, just get this workout in. But you know deep down that you want to go and meet new people. So for me, I like talking to women because I'm single. I like meeting new women, and women in general just excite me. I've always had a better time talking to girls than I did talking to guys. Maybe that's because I grew up without a father. I have no idea. Women excite me. I want to be around them. I want them. Men, you're just a guy. So today then, what started that off, and so when I say there's a warm-up period to all of this, once you start doing something, like filming a video, for example, how I'm just flowing by talking, you're going to find that it gets easier and easier and easier and easier to do the thing that you're wanting to do. The hardest part is going to be actually starting the thing that you're trying to start or work on or improve on, okay? So in the case of being social and talking to people, I might go into the gym saying oh, I want to talk to somebody, but I might not feel good enough to want to do that. As soon as I see somebody that I know and I have a conversation with them, the fact that I'm having a conversation with somebody and I'm engaging my social skills, that's gonna warm me up. I'm gonna have an easier time talking to people. I'm gonna start feeling better, especially if I'm talking to a woman. So today at the gym, several different women I was talking to. But that's right there is what's so not only the motivation to want to keep going is going to come from you starting. You initially starting, getting over that barrier of fuck, I don't want to do this, and then you do it and you're God, this is awesome, I want to keep doing it. That dopamine spike is what's going to give you the motivation to want to keep going. So to start anything in life, you can't rely on motivation itself to get you started and to keep you going. You have to just do it no matter how bad it sucks. It could be working out, could be doing cardio. I hate cardio, but once I start doing it and I warm up, as I just said, it gets easier, and then once it's done, you usually feel better. So I posted on Instagram today that I've been having a fucking awesome day, and I hope everybody else does too. That's just how good my day is. I feel so good that I hope other people have a good day too. And that all came down because of that first conversation that I had with Kevin at the gym. So I saw Kevin, haven't seen him in a long time. Kevin's a fucking awesome guy. So when I saw him at the gym, we started having a little bit of a conversation, and that kind of like woke me up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, man, this is awesome. I've already talked to somebody, like, this is great. I'm going to have a good day. And then I saw another woman that I knew, and she wasn't in her usual spot, and we started talking for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, had a wonderful time talking to her, and it just escalated from there. And then I saw a couple other people that I knew, and a couple other girls I knew, and I just went up and I started talking to them. And all I was doing was just socializing. I already knew these people. But the fact that like I'm able to talk to these people, build a relationship with them in like a friendship way, like, hey, we know each other, we're cool with each other, that feels really good, okay? I always say that, I'll never, like, if I want someone romantically, I will never be friends with them. I don't want to be friends with them. If I want you romantically, that's all I want. But in this case, like, if you're an older woman and you're married, obviously, or even if you're close to my age, obviously there's nothing I can do there, so I'm not going to want a romantic interest with you. In that case, then I am totally cool with being your friend. More than likely, I'd want to meet, if we keep talking, we keep hanging out, or, talking at the gym, I want to meet your husband at some point, because if he's married to you, he's probably fucking awesome, and then I can make new friends. But to go back to, again, the point of that is I really want to beat this into your guys' head when you watch this video. You're never going to get anywhere that you want if you rely on motivation itself to get you going. That initial dopamine spike where you feel good, that makes you want to go out and do something, that's not going to stay consistent throughout the time that you're trying to start a new habit, a new business, meeting new people, getting a girlfriend, boyfriend, making new friends. It's not always going to be that. You're not always going to want to do it. The hardest part is acting against your willpower in this case. It's like there's like an invisible wall that's stopping you from going up and meeting new people. So like today at the gym, I was feeling so good. There was these three beautiful Hispanic women. I thought they were from Colombia, because Colombian women are typically very beautiful. And there was one girl, I winked at her earlier, and then another one in the pack waved to me, and I waved to her. And then when I was leaving the gym, I saw all three of them, and I stopped, fucking spun my wheelchair around, and I looked at the one that I really liked, and I was, hey, excuse me. And I was like, what's your name? And she ended up telling me her name, and it was hard, very, very Hispanic, so it's like the very, the Spanish accent really came out heavily, so I want to say it was Maria, but if I'm wrong, then that's why. Anyways, I asked him, I was like, hey, are you from Colombia? I was like, listen, you're gorgeous, and most Colombian women are, and that's why I was saying that. She goes, no, we're all three of them, we're from Venezuela. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. But the whole point of me telling you that is the fact that, like, I didn't rely on motivation to go up and talk to this beautiful Hispanic girl. I just real quickly was like, hey, what's your name? And I met all three of them, and then I was like, all right, good to see you guys, and I left. That's all I wanted to do, was just go up and meet them, so now I know who they are. I'm pretty sure I met those girls earlier when I had my dog with me. I was like, you guys want to meet my dog? And I pulled him over from across the gym. So I'm pretty sure that's why I know them in a way, because all three of them look familiar. But the fact that I even went up to them, to her specifically out of the group of them, just to meet them, I didn't rely on motivation to do that. I was feeling good in the moment, but that's because I was already warmed up. I would have went and met anybody at that point in time. If I saw the opportunity, if I saw a chance to meet somebody and I was in the mood that I've been in all day long, I'm absolutely going to take it. And I got there because I allowed myself to push through that barrier of not wanting to do something. And then I started doing it, and then I felt better, and then I felt better, and then I felt better, and then I just started laughing, having a good time, and then I just started talking to people, right? But that could be, translate that, like I said, to anything in life, okay? Everything you're going to want to improve on at some point in time is going to get boring, because you have to, repetition is the mother of skill. So the more times you do something, the less fun it's going to get, and the easier it's going to get. So when it comes to meeting new people in this case, I know all the signs and cues. So for example, I had another girl look at me and smile, and then this girl that I went up to talk to, she looked at me and smiled. So those are signs that a woman has a level of interest in you, and I could have met, I went up and introduced myself to her, okay? So the more times you practice doing something, and I know in this case, I'm saying I'm building social skills and meeting people, but that's because I've been practicing looking for subtle signs on how to meet women that are at least interested in you, okay? So I say this all the time, if a woman looks at you and smiles and you smile back, that's a good indication that she finds you attractive. Mother Nature takes care of attraction, all right? But again, you know, if you're sitting back and you're like, oh, well, I want the girl to come to me, chances are, bro, she ain't gonna do it. So you can't just sit here and wait for a fucking girl to come up with you. It's the man's job to to initiate the conversation. Now, women who are really interested in you will come into your orbit and will make it, women that like you will make it easy. Okay? So if you're trying to meet a girl and she really likes you, she's going to make it very easy to meet you. If you want to hang out with her, she's going to make it very easy to hang out with you. Women make things easy when they like you. All right? So if you ask for a girl's number, or you tell a girl to text you, or you try to make plans with a girl and she comes up with an excuse, or she ghosts you, or takes like 3 days to get back to you. Now the time right there could mean a couple different things. But again, if she comes up with an excuse or ignores you, like leaves you on red, that's a very good sign that she just doesn't care enough about you to want to reach out, okay? That could always change in the future. Women's feelings change based on how they feel in the moment. They might hate you today, and then they might think you're super attractive later on. But to go back to the point and finish off here, again, the easiest way to start doing something when you don't want to do it, but you know you need to, is to find a way to you just got to do it. I know that's easier said than done, but there really is no other way to explain how to do something new. I want to film a YouTube video every single day, and I came here and I was like, oh man, what do I film today? What do I want to get filmed today? Do I have a topic? Do I have an idea? And I sat there and I was like, whoa, okay, let's try this. And I started talking to the camera, and I even told you guys, I'm free, like I'm not talking off a script. I don't have notes in front of me. I've got notes for other videos, but not this one. And the more I started talking, the easier it got. And now the video is a lot longer than I expected it to be. And I'm already teaching you guys stuff that you need to learn, and that's why you're watching this video. If you rely on feeling good to do something that you want to do, I can promise you in the long term, you're never going to achieve that outcome. You might have initial success if you take action on whatever you're trying to do immediately when you feel good. But over the course of time, I'm telling you, your body's going to produce less and less and less dopamine when you do that activity, and it's not going to be as fun. You're not going to want to do it as much as you used to, but if it makes you money, for example, or if it's going to get you on dates and allow you to hook up with people, you're going to have to fucking do it. So you might as well just go and do it, okay? So some of the ways that I warm up is like I'll talk to Instagram, post some stories on there. I'll smile in like a mirror and hold it. Like smiling will make you feel better. If you got some guy friends to talk to, if you're a dude or girlfriends, or even I've got friends too. So I just talk to anybody, okay? So in that case, to warm up your social skills and start talking to people, just go up and fucking talk to people. Even just like, hey, good morning, how are you? Hey, good morning, what are you doing today? Again, now that's easier if you know the person. So if you can find somebody that you know to help you warm up to practice your social skills, well, that makes things easier. Now, if I went to the farmer's market with my dog, I don't know if you guys can see him, went to the farmer's market with my dog on Sunday, and I usually say good morning to like every single person that I see, but this time around, I was a little, my good mornings that I gave out was not as like high as usual, okay? Now I did see this one woman named Amy Sunshine she literally changed her name to Amy Sunshine, that goes there every Sunday. Awesome woman. So I spoke to her very briefly. Now we didn't have like a conversation. I just said, hey, it's good to see you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know when this is going to die. But I did see like other people that I've seen there before, like other dog trainers. I'm not a dog trainer, but I know they are dog trainers. I was just rolling around with an e-collar in my mouth for my shepherd. And then I'll meet other people with dogs, and they'll be like, I wish my dog was that trained. I'm like, yeah, thanks. And then I went up to this one woman, and I was like, hey, because she had her feet up on the bench, whatnot, and shoes off, and I was like, girl, you look like you're living your best life, and I'm all fucking for it. And I was like, ladies, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And then I just rolled on. And things got easier and easier over time, and then I went to a restaurant, saw this girl, Savannah, that I knew, started talking to her for a little bit, and she was the host, so it's almost like she had to, poor girl, and then sat me down, and then I just had a great rest of the time. So that's going to be the video, guys, but don't rely on motivation. Remember, I know it's easier said than done, but you just got to do it. Find a way, if you guys can find a way, because there's so many different ways to just doing the thing that you want to do. You have to find what works for you, whether that's just sitting down, forcing yourself to do it, or setting a time, like if it's work related and you don't want to do it, just set a timer for how long you want to do it for, and then you're going to find that once you start, it's going to get easier and easier, and you're going to be like, all right, cool, well that really wasn't that bad. So that's going to be the video. If you like this, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Anything you want to say in the comments down below, go ahead and leave them down below for other people to see. And then if you have ways that help you become either more motivated or what easier ways for you guys to just start doing something, leave them down below in the comments so that way I can read them and help me, and then other people can as well. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you soon.